BlackBerry.com.
Hey everybody, Kevin here. We're at the BlackBerry Devcon opening reception, and we are going to basically track down across all the bloggers we can find to see what they thought about the BlackBerry tablet today, the BlackBerry PlayBook. Let's get it done.
Adam Zeiss, crackberry.com.
Adam, what are your thoughts to the BlackBerry PlayBook?
I think it's swipey. No, I love it. I think it's great. We were kind of blown away today by the announcement when it just popped up out of nowhere, and we were like, but it's crazy. It looks awesome. It's got Flash. It runs apps. It kind of integrates with BlackBerry and everything, and it's swipey.
My name is Chris Ziegler. I work for a little site called Engadget. I think that the PlayBook is interesting. It's better than I expected. And, you know, we have to play with it, right? I mean, like, we saw it in this ridiculously thick plexiglass. You couldn't really get a good impression of what it was doing or how it's going to function or how it's even going to feel, because you couldn't even see it from the side to know how thick it is exactly. So we have to see a lot more, but I'm cautiously optimistic.
If they sell it and they give you a color choice, what color are you going to buy the PlayBook in?
I'm going to echo what I told you at Wes, Kevin. It's white. It's got to be white.
Woo!
Eric Zeman with Phone Scoop. I think they took a play from the NFL team of their choice with the PlayBook name. Fits right into that. I get it, but it's an interesting device. I think it looks great, and if it functions as well as they say it could, they might have a pretty reasonably good seller. I think targeting the enterprise was exactly what they needed to do, actually. I think they need to get their core customer base on board with it first. Once they perfect it and get business users really excited about it, it could be, then easily transitioned and sell the same story to consumers, just as they did with their BlackBerrys.
I'm Stuart Miles, the editor of Pocket-Lint. It looks quite interesting, doesn't it? I mean, it's not a joy machine that perhaps Apple has gone with the iPad. Certainly looks more interesting than the Samsung Galaxy Tab. But obviously, it's very early days. There's lots to come out. There's, the QNX or QX or...
Let's say QNX. How do you feel about QNX for the future of BlackBerry?
I think I was in one of their deep dive sessions earlier. It looked like they had lots of potential, but at the same time, there's still lots to see and lots to sort of work out whether it's good. At the end of the day, what you want is a tablet that is responsive and meets your demands that you try and put on it. And so far, it's all been lots of show and no tell, so to speak.
Interesting. So you're cautiously optimistic.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I think they've got, if they get it right and the rest of it follows what's already shown so far, then they have the potential to be a real challenger to devices like the iPad, to devices like the Folio and the Galaxy Tab. It's in their hands now to do with it what they will.
Dave Peckins,
hey,
our Crackberry Idol winner.
That's right.
BlackBerry PlayBook.
Absolutely awesome, awesome, and awesome. At first, I didn't like the size, thought it was too small, but when I went and saw it, awesome. It's the perfect size, smaller than an iPad, but bigger than a BlackBerry, so it will amplify the BlackBerry screen onto it, huh?
Very nice.
My name's Jake from BlackBerry Theme Park.
So I already know the question that Jake has here. Hopefully he'll find out this week. BlackBerry PlayBook. You want to know if we can theme it, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's my biggest interest is, every other BlackBerry product has been able to be themed, so we'll be able to do it with this and to what depth?
It's a good question. It makes sense, right? There's a lot of people who are going to want to know that answer that one too. Reactions to the device, hardware, what QNX means for BlackBerry in general.
I think it's huge. It's not only that we're seeing a lot of great specs and a lot of positive things that it's saying it's going to do, but it's the first time we've actually seen RIM take a direction change, where they're actually announcing something new. It's not just a recycled OS.
I'm Zach from theberryfix.com. I love it. I think in comparison to the other products that are out there, say the iPad, I think it's going to actually exceed what we have available, and hopefully it'll silence everyone from hating BlackBerry.
Okay, we're here with the tallest man in blogging, Simon Sage.
Hello down there, Mr. Michaluk.
Is it the future of all BlackBerry?
You see, that's a big question. I think it is. I went to their session afterwards, and they're very concerned about efficiency, about minimizing crashes, about being able to bring rich multimedia with Flash, with 3D, with all that, without being a huge tax on the system. So I think it's more than likely the future of BlackBerry, but not for a while still. They got to test the waters with the PlayBook first, and then start putting it into handhelds.
Hey, Chad, owner of themesforbb.com. It's beautiful. Love the camera, the HD camera, 1080p. Love the size. 7 inches, I think, is perfect. The hardware, staunch. I can't wait for it. I just can't wait. From what I saw today, I think it will be a beautiful thing.
I'm Jessica from CNET. Actually, I'm pretty impressed. I think it looks a lot better than I could have hoped. But got to get the thing in your hands before you can make an educated decision about it. It will be interesting to see how it sort of plays the consumer aspect along with the the business side of that, and see how it actually forms up when it's out in the wild.
Ronan from Barrier Review. I think it's awesome. I think it's Grimm's chance to once again have their...
Oh, stop. This is the guy who you pissed on BlackBerry the last time we interviewed you.
Because BlackBerry 6 did not give Rim a chance. It was the same old stuff, just they added one or two tweaks to the whole system. It didn't add anything to actually make people excited. You had to see the QNX guys on stage. They were so excited about this new platform and what they can do with it. They now have that kind of potential where they can say this can go anywhere. Until now, BlackBerry 6 was limited by what they had before. They're no longer held back by that. This new OS, QNX, is going to change practically everything they do. I know, as an example, my father used to work in nuclear reactor alarms. The alarm systems that actually ran nuclear reactors to tell you when something screwed up. Those systems ran QNX. That's the kind of stuff that it's meant for performance. It's meant for reliability. It's meant for people who aren't going to reboot their phone or their tablet every 2 seconds. That's where we're going.
Will Park, Editor-in-Chief, Intuit Mobile. Considering I haven't seen the real final hardware or the software, or didn't get to put my hands on it, looks good. But the demo video that we saw, that was awesome. But then how that translates into real world mechanics and user experience, I think that's going to make it or break it. I'm hoping it does well. I like QNX. I like they came up and did the whole presentation. That was awesome. iPad's not so strong in enterprise. I mean, you see a lot of business people using it, but really it's going to come down to the BlackBerry installed user base adopting the BlackBerry tablet, the PlayBook, and I think that's where the strength is going to be. For the consumer market, I really don't know because I haven't actually put hands on it. I put eyes on it, but that's a different thing altogether.
That's it, folks. Keep it locked to crackberry.com for more on the BlackBerry PlayBook. Can't wait to get my hands on this one.
BlackBerry.com